Well, it's wonderful to be here and to participate in this ceremony today, but most importantly to say thank you to all of you who make this possible. And I came in the Army back in 1970, and so my last few years in college were turbulent because I went to college in Washington at Georgetown. In fact, they actually closed Georgetown in 1970 because it happened right after Kent State and everybody was marching on Washington. So it was a different time. And I know those veterans from Vietnam that we recognized just a bit ago, when they came back into the United States through the airports, they didn't have the kind of welcome that you are giving our soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines today. And I have to tell you, it has become such a big part of our ability to sustain this all-volunteer force, which is now in its 10th year of war. I mean, if you think about it, our country has not been at war with a volunteer force for longer than that at any time in our history. And I can tell you, having my son, who just came back to Atlanta about 6 months ago on R&R, what a difference it makes to have a soldier get off the plane and have people there that say, welcome home. To have people who come up to them walking through airports and say, thank you for what you're doing. To have people who pick up the tab for a breakfast or a lunch. To have people give up a seat on an airplane. The message that communicates to our soldiers and to their families is that their sacrifices are both recognized and appreciated by the people of America. And I will tell you that we could not do what we have done as an Army and what we have done as an armed forces to protect this country over the last 10 years were it not for that. So as you go through this day after day, and you might not think you're having a significant impact on the security of this country, I can tell you that you are. Because we would not do what we do to protect this country were it not for efforts like this. And it makes such a difference. As I said, this is the longest we have ever been at war with a volunteer force. Now, the Army is what they call in Washington, the executive agent. So when the Department of Defense has a big program to run, they find the service that has the most equity in it and they say, run it for us. And we've been running this program since August of 2004. And the program has actually been running since the 25th of September 2003. That's when the first flight came back. And so today we're celebrating the 1 millionth soldier, sailor, airman, and Marine, and Coast Guardsmen that have come back. So, Mabry, thank you for what you and the North Texas Commission to do, and the Welcome Home Hero folks do, all of the industries and businesses that support this program, and the DFW Airport, Jeff, thank you very much for what you do. But it's a key part of our overall effort here, and I couldn't be happier to be here with you today. I must say, this has been a Texas kind of 2 days. I started yesterday morning in El Paso, went to Corpus Christi, visited our aviation depot there, spoke in Houston last night, and now here this morning. It's a big place. It's a big place. I think it's also indicative of the interests of the U.S. military that are represented here in the great state of Texas. So great to be with you here today, and thank you very much for what you've done.